Hello, I'm Gabe Newell. Welcome to Team Fortress 2. This video is part of the Morewizardsdidit series, which is a MagicGen game, meaning that all of the spells in the game are randomly generated. In this video, I'm going to be looking through the blood spells. So, let's check out Conjuration. Nothing here. Alteration. Nothing here. Evocation. Nothing here. Instruction. Nothing here. Enchantment. Nothing here. Thaumaturgy. Nothing here. And Blood Magic. Okay. So, level 0, we can do Infernal Arrows. Okay, so this is Flaming Arrows and AoE 1. 200% cast time. Does not require a Blood Slave. That's pretty funny. Almost Shaitan can do that then, I guess, for free. Chill of Coquitos. AoE 5, freezing. Ah, so this is like numbness, I guess. Yeah. AoE 5 numbness at 0 for Blood 2. It's not too bad. Level 1 then, Reinvigoration. Only requires Blood 1, 1 Blood Slave. And this is Reinvigoration. So, pretty standard. Manacles from Inferno. There's fire fetter things. Fire trap. 1 person. Got Sabbath Slave and Sabbath Master, pretty usual. Illusory Manacles. This is False Fetters. None of this requires slaves. Oh, the Sabbath spells don't require slaves either. They do in the base game, right? That's quite nice. You can easily get into communions with blood now. Not that you couldn't before, but I mean, it's a little thing, I guess. If you're just one of those mages that just has like 1 point of blood and then a bunch of other paths, like a Gija for Niffle, that's more useful than having to move slaves around, I guess. Summon Shadow Imps, 350% cast time, 5+1, gives you some Shadow Imps in combat. That's not too bad, I guess. Then we have Rituals. You can summon a Spine Devil for 4 slaves, or a Fiend of Darkness for 8. Is that? I can't remember if that's more or less efficient than the base ones. But there they are, nothing too amazing. Level 2 we have Sabbath Slave again. What's the difference here? Sabbath Slave, 100% 40. Sabbath Slave, 100% 50. Am I missing something? This is just a worse version of the spell, right? It's as difficult to cast, it requires more research, and it's more fatigue. Alright, I'm a bit confused about that one. What about Greater Sabbath Master? 100% caster 50 minus. 100% caster 40 minus. Yeah, I'm very confused about this. This looks like these are strictly worse than the other ones. I'm not sure. Ill-Earths. Summon an Ill-Earth in combat. Summon 2 Ill-Earths in combat. With a 250% cast time. Requires a Blood Slave. They're size 2. Summon Fiery Imps. 125% cast time. Under fatigue. Requires 1 Blood Slave. Gives you 3+2 Fiery Imps. Enchanted Lesser Ill-Earths. These are size 3 Ill-Earths. Enchanted with magic, increasing its magic resistance and making its weapons magical. Nice. Terrifying Shadow Imps gives you 4+1 Shadow Imps for 1 Blood Slave. Not too bad. Enemies around the summoned creatures become magically frightened and may flee the battle. Oh, so they've got a fear aura too. That seems pretty good. Phantasmal Manacles for 1 Blood Slave. AoE 10. Looks like False Fetters again. Sure. And finally, Blood Freeze does not require a slave. It requires Blood 2, Water 1. You get a 50% cast time, AoE 7, 12+1 scaling, armor negating magic damage that magic resists. I wonder if this is like Frozen Heart. Does Frozen Heart require a magic resistance roll? I can't remember. No, it doesn't, right? That's why Frozen Heart's so good. Hang on, this isn't cold damage. What am I talking about? It's called Blood Freeze and it requires water, but it doesn't actually do cold damage. What a strange spell. Seems pretty decent though. I mean, armor negating AoE 7, 50% cast time. You can spam that pretty easily. Level 3, we've got Crossbreeding. 30 slaves, you can get 20+5 misshapen goers, whatever they're called. Crossbred. Luck is required to breed the more powerful creature. I don't think I've ever used this spell in the base game, so I don't really know how it works. Greater Reinvigoration. This is Lingering 4? Does it really work like that? If you cast this, do you just have 4 turns of no fatigue? That's crazy. That seems insanely good. Wow. requires 1 blood slave and blood 1 to cast, so any blood caster can just do this and just have no fatigue for 4 turns? That's crazy. Bind Serpent Fiends, 10 Fiends for 10 blood slaves. Bowl of Blood. It's Bowl of Blood. We got Blood Feast. Removes its 10 afflictions, and blah blah blah. Number of effects 25 plus. Is that the number of things it cures? It seems very strange. Again, I haven't used many of the blood spells in the base game, so I'm not sure how to evaluate these, to be honest. But maybe you, the viewer, can tell how good these spells are. Summon Primal Small Ill Earths. What's a Primal? An aura of splendor that may hold attacking animals, so they've got animal aura. Interesting. You get 9 plus 4 for 35 blood slaves. That's a ritual. You have them on the map. Shadow Imps, and summon a Shadow Imp Commander for 4 blood slaves. A Conjurer, and summon a Conjurer for 50 blood slaves. Skilled in Blood and Death Magic. Nice. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Fiends of Darkness, 3 for 20 blood slaves. I think that's just worse than the base game, right? Seems like it. Maybe it's the lower level or something. Demon Knights. Summon 1 Demon Knight for 10 blood slaves. Demon Knights are very, very good. So, seems pretty good. Bind Devil. Requires blood 4, gives you a Devil unit. 10 blood slaves. And Infernal Circle. Increases blood ritual range by 1. Last 1 turn plus additional. 10 slaves. Yeah, well that's pretty easy to cast. Level 4 we got Spine Devils. 6 slaves get you a Spine Devil. We got Greater Crossbreeding. Yeah, gives you 24 plus 5 of them. Infernal Fires. Requires B1 F1, so we can do this with our Shaitan and stuff. Let's see, AoE 4 plus 1. Damage is 12 plus 2. Armor piercing, magic fire damage with additional burning. Kind of duplicates a lot of stuff in Evocation, but... Warriors from Inferno. Eat aura and plus 5 fire resistance in AoE 4. It's quite nice. Does that require any gems or anything? No. You can do that for free, if you're a B2 mage. Definitely for free, since for 1 blood slave you can cure all your fatigue for 4 turns. Fiery Imp Attack. Oh, this is a assassination. Ambush an enemy commander. These particular imps cannot fly but are surrounded by a shield of flames. There's a remote assassination attack for only 8 blood slaves. That sounds pretty annoying. Dark Winds. Summon a Dark Winds for 16 slaves. Vampire. Summon a Vampire for 18 slaves. Care. Summon a Care Commander for 56 slaves. These guys are pretty cool. Imp Attack. Is this another assassination? This one is 4 blood slaves. So if there are any commanders out there that can die to a single imp, I guess, yeah, what was this one? Was this also just... Yeah, these are just single imps. I suppose that's not too bad. Bind Disease Demons. Is this an actual ritual summoning? Oh, wow. So you can summon 3 Disease Demons for 25 slaves as well. Blood Fecundity. Increases growth by 2, lasts 1 turn. It's quite nice. 10 Fiends of Darkness. Nice. So this is one of those spells where they attack the province, attack everything, and then disappear. It only takes 11 slaves. You send 5.79999 Fiends of Darkness, interestingly. If you're a Blood 5 caster, you can do Blood Burst, which is a big armor negating magic damage. Requires 6 slaves, 600 fatigue, 6 AoE, 450 cast time. Nice one. And Marks from Beyond. Horror mark the entire battlefield, even friendlies, for 2 blood slaves. Nice. Level 5 then, we have rituals to summon fiery imps, 4 plus 2 for 12 slaves, not too bad. Greater summon small ill earths, 5 plus 4, that's nice scaling. Size 2 ill earths for 32 blood slaves. Bind Bone Fiend, more Bone Fiends, 8 blood slaves. Improved Reinvigoration, you literally cannot improve that other one. Well, this one's AoE 6, which is quite nice. Greater Encase in Ice. AoE 3, 50 plus 10 range, Encase in Ice. Does that require anything? No. I think these spells are very good, but... might be good against us because we have a bunch of cold vulnerability, but... Bind Wintry Shed? What? Is it like a Shido thing? Is that what they're called? Sheds? That's pretty funny. Shidim are able to unleash blasts of lightning. Summon creatures more powerful in cold provinces. You can get a Wintry Shed for 8 Blood Slaves. That's pretty nice. Thunderstrike? What are you doing here? So for 1 Blood Slave, you can cast Thunderstrike. 23 plus 3, that's no scaling, armor negating, lightning damage, with a 7 AoE extra shock. That's pretty good. That's really nice. It's very strange to see that in Blood, but okay. Send Dream Horror. That sounds annoying. Unrest plus 30 summons a stealthy Defiler of Dreams in the province, which causes plus 20 unrest per turn. Reported as a random event, casting the spell has a 20% chance of horror marking the caster. Cool. I guess. Wrath of Pazuzu. We have Unrest plus 35, population minus 4%. Cool. Find Demonic Locusts. Gives you 2 Demonic Locusts for 30 Blood Slaves. I have never heard of a Demonic Locust, I don't know if they're any good or not. Summon Imps. 14 plus 1 for 18 Blood Slaves. Dark Vines for 10 Blood Slaves. Send Bone Fiends. We have... this is another Attack the Province and Poof Away spell. 7.6 of them for 16 Blood Slaves. And Lesser Horror. Summons 1 creature with an additional 0 per additional caster level. 6 Blood Slaves. There we go. That was level 5, we're up to level 6. Lots of spells, but you'd expect that. Improved Summon Small Ill-Earths. This is in combat for 1 Blood Slave. 62% cast time, you can summon 4 Ill-Earths. Size 2. That's nice though. Infernal Shield, Fire Shield, 100% cast time, Lingering 4. That's an interesting one. It doesn't require any Blood Slaves. Infernal Power. Grants plus 1 fire magic, AoE 12. Requires a Blood Slave. Another interesting one. Summon Bone Fiends, 9 of them. Is this in battle? Yeah. So for 2 Blood Slaves you can summon 9 Bone Fiends. Greater Summon Cur gives you a Cur Commander for 56 Blood Slaves. What was the other one? That doesn't sound like a huge improvement. Cur Commander for 56. Requires Blood 3. And this is... oh, it requires Blood 2, okay. And Storm Demons, 4.7 with an additional 1 per caster level, requires 22 Blood Slaves. Perpetual Storm. This is a global enchantment. Again, interesting that this is in Blood. Requires 280 Blood Slaves. Greater Summon Spine Devils, this is in combat. Summon 4 of them for 3 Blood Slaves. Greater Blood Fecundity, I assume this is just easier to cast than the other one. Frost Fiends, you can get 5 for 33 slaves. Bloodhenge Druids, you can get a Bloodhenge Druid for 68 Blood Slaves. Interesting. Greater Send Bone Fiends, 9 plus 1 of them for 18 Blood Slaves. And Improved Summon Dark Vines. Yeah, Dark Vines for 17 Blood Slaves. Requires Blood 4. And then we've got a big spell here, level 6 Blood required, 8 slaves, Mass Bleed. The entire battlefield is hit by bleeding. That seems pretty good. Magic resistance negates easily though. Interesting one. Level 7 then. Greater Send Fiends of Darkness. 2 plus 1. On 2.9 plus 2.79 plus 1. Who knows what that means. For 17 Blood Slaves we've got Infernal Flames. Okay, so what's this? This is... it's got burning here, but it doesn't look like this is a burning spell, it's just 14 plus 2 points of armor piercing magic fire damage. Cast time 10%. Does this require... where was that? Infernal Flames. This does not require any Blood Slaves. So it's just a 10% cast time fire spell. Luckily we are very resistant to that. 10 Frost Fiends, 5+1 for 16 slaves. Summon Lesser Ill-Earths, size 3 Ill-Earths, 7+2 for 24 slaves. Greater Wrath of Pazuzu, same thing. Demon Knights, 8 for 44, that seems pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's sufficient. Demon Knights are really nice. How'd you get that? That's Blood 3, Earth 1. Yeah, it seems like a good one. And Large Ill-Earths, size 4, 11+2 for 38 Blood Slaves. Also seems pretty good. They seem nice. Incinerate, let's see. This is pure armor negating magic fire damage. This is like Frozen Heart. AoE 4, cast time 200%, requires a Blood Slave. Advanced Reinvigoration. Blood Slaves required 5, area of effect 21, cast time 450%. That's an interesting one. Just script that first and it goes off last and wipes out everyone's fatigue around you. Pillar of Infernal Flame. Range 100, 250 cast time, AoE 1. Requires 2 Blood Slaves, does 42+2 points of armor piercing magic fire damage with a 46 AoE heat fatigue effect. Pretty cool. So that requires 2 Blood Slaves and a Blood 4 caster to cast. Chilling Bolts, AoE 17, 36+3 points of magic cold damage. Doesn't pierce armor or anything though. There's a few spells like this in Evocation as well. And Call Horror. So summons horrors at the edge of the battlefield. Interesting one. The Looming Hell. This is a funny one. For various reasons I've actually looked at this spell already. This spell currently has damage 43, which means it triggers global number 43, essentially. Global number 43 is not the Looming Hell, it's Ghost Ship Armada. So this spell, that's called the Looming Hell, that has the description of Looming Hell, that has the yellow text of Looming Hell, is actually Ghost Ship Armada. So there you go. I think that's definitely a bug, but it's very funny. I do like the idea of someone casting the Looming Hell and Ghost Ship Armada goes off instead. And then that requires, let's see, 176 slaves and Blood 7, so that's Ghost Ship Armada. And Blood Vortex then, this is level 7, 320 Blood Slaves. This is the Blood Global that gives you Blood Slaves. Level 8 then, we got Greater Imp Attack, another assassination spell. What's actually greater about this? Is it just that it's easier to cast, I guess? Claim Eyes. Area of effect 120 blindness, magic resistance negates, cool. Send Shadow Imps, 12+1, attack the province and poof away. Call Circle Master, 88 Blood Slaves gets you a Circle Master commander. Blood and Death Mages, right? A lot of these mage summons seem to be Blood and Death Mages. Life for a Life, 200% cast time, range 100, 1 person, perfect precision, gets hit by 34 plus 5 points of armor negating magic damage. That's pretty nice. That's a very good spell for taking out thugs. Father Ill-Earth. This summons Poseidon, the fallen king of elemental earth. How'd you get this one? Blood 4, Earth 2, 200 Blood Slaves. And then we got Bind Ice Devil for 176 Blood Slave. Oh right, this is the big commander spell. Cool. I've never been this deep in Blood in a real game before, so a lot of this stuff is quite new to me. Falling Frost, AoE 71 plus 1, 26 plus 2 points of magic cold damage. Nice. Bind Heliophagus. Yeah, more big demons, 222 slaves. Greater Marks from Beyond. The entire battlefield gains 8.2 horror marks. Nice. Bind Demonic Locusts, again, I don't know what that's like. Chill of Cocytus. AoE 56, Lingering 4. That's a lot of numbness. Greater Bone Fiends. And you get 23 Bone Fiends in the battle for 8 Blood Slaves. 550% cast time. If you really want Bone Fiends in the fight, there they are. Oh god, Astral Corruption's in the game. So if you've got Blood 8, Astral 3, and 320 Blood Slaves, you can do Astral Corruption. Hopefully no one does that. And then lots of level 9 spells. Let's see. Vampiric Aura. I like that this is called Aura and then it's... Oh, it's Soul Vortex, okay. I was wondering what that was then. Okay. Sure. So if you've got Blood 1, Death 1, you get all the way to Blood 9, you can give yourself Soul Vortex, great. Greater Summon Large Ill-Earths. 9 plus 2, size 4 Ill-Earths for 38 Blood Slaves. Warriors from Kokitos. The entire battlefield gets Chill Aura. That's pretty nice actually. I'd quite like to cast that on a nation that isn't Ubar. That's pretty cool. Advanced Summon Small Ill-Earths. 17 plus 4. Those 2 Ill-Earths. Send Large Ill-Earths. 8 plus 7. No, 8.7 plus 1. Size 4 Ill-Earths for 22 Blood Slaves. That's the one that they poof away, right? Yeah. Greater Summon Imps. 17 plus 2 Imps. Is this in battle? Yeah. If you want lots of Imps, you could cast this. Only 2 Blood Slaves. Combined, summon 1 Devil. No, 3 Devils. 24 Blood Slaves. 34 Bone Fiends for 119 Blood Slaves. 4 Spine Devils in combat for 2. Masterful Reinvigoration. What? How is... Why? Oh, that's really confusing. Is this supposed to do something else? So if you have Blood 5, you get all the way to Blood 9, you can spend 4 Blood Slaves to just cure your own fatigue. Considering some of the other reinvigoration spells we've seen, I think this one might be a mistake. Blood Shock. Cast time 275, AoE 43. 16 plus 1 points of armor negating magic damage with an MR roll. Cool. Not sure how useful that is. The spell uses much power from the Path of Air and is one of the few blood magic spells that doesn't require huge amounts of sacrificial blood. And then it requires 6 Blood Slaves. Greater Send Shadow Imps. 49.5 plus 1 Shadow Imps attack a province and then poof away for 24 Blood Slaves. Greater Bind Disease Demons. Oh my god. 242 Blood Slaves gets you 51 Disease Demons. Yikes. This is a JBBM game, so Disease Demons won't be as good though, because they've been nerfed a bit in this mod. And Bind Demon Lord finally, for 300 Blood Slaves. Cool. So there's the blood spells. What do you think? I've never really gone very deep in blood in a game before, so I'm not really sure about the blood spells, but there they are. So thanks for watching. This is the last Spellbook video. If you watched them all, congratulations. They must have been pretty dull. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed looking at all these weird spells. And if you are interested in generating your own random spellbooks, since this game started, I mean, the MagicGen program has been updated a few times, I think, so there's even more weird stuff. And the guy who maintains the app, Loggy, last time I checked he was working on randomly generated globals as well. So instead of just generating the base game globals, they'll actually be like global spells with actual random effects and things like that. So yeah, if you think MagicGen looks fun, go check it out. The game's been pretty interesting so far. But that's it for this video. At time of recording, I am actually still in the game. So there should still be Ubar videos to go and watch if you're still watching. So go check that out, and I will see you then.